boxing out is super important, but you have to know what to do, where to put your body, how to funnel people away from the basket. We're going to talk about all that in this section. Let's talk about how to box out. So you want to use your body to box out. There are other instances where, you know, it's mainly your lower body that helps box people out and funnels them out so that you can get the rebound. So understand this first. So as I'm pushing, let me see the ball. As I'm pushing a defender out, I want to use my lower body, my butt, and just be able to go out. So I want to push you away from the basket so the ball can fall and I can just go get it. The closer that I am underneath the basket, I lose that advantage, especially being a smaller player. So I have to be able to get you away from the basket so that I can go to it and get the ball, right? So first things first, so I'm just use Chris as an example. The first thing first, we want to use our hips, right? So as I get low, like in the defensive stance, and I can use my arms. Technically, I'm not supposed to use my arms, but I do, like small guards, all the good players do, like good rebounders do. So you want to box out, get low, and just push them out right here, right? So that's the first thing first. Use your butt, get low, establish a low center of gravity, arms out, and just push the defender away from the basket, or the offensive player. Technically, they'll be the offensive rebounder. From the opposite end, it'll be the opposite, right? But I just want to move you away from the basket. So a lot of times when the ball goes up, I have to immediately find my man, boom, box out, right? There are some do's and there are some don'ts. So in the next video, we're going to talk about a don't, right? Let's move on to the next one. Now, basketball don'ts. This is an absolute no-no. So I haven't even told them what we're going to do, but do you know what I'm about to say?
About
Can you guess?
just crash, don't just crash.
All right, so not necessarily. So when a shooter is shooting the ball, right, you don't box the shooter out. The reason why, it's a few different reasons, right? Go up for your shot. So if I go right there and he's going forward on the shot, automatic three free throws, right? Another thing too is you can get under a player's feet, and that's how people twist ankles. And you can, I think they're starting to like call text on those type of plays. This is not it's just not a basketball play. What are you saying?
It's a flagrant one.
Yeah, it's a flagrant one nowadays. So like I said, there are some do's and then there are some don'ts. This is absolutely a don't. So you want to challenge. And most of the time, you know, I was growing up, I heard a lot of people say, follow your own shot, right? Follow your own shot. Well, most of the time, like, that's actually not great advice. You know, you want to start getting back on defense after you take that shot, especially being a shooter. Other players closer to the basket, they normally rebound. But when you follow your own shot, it's kind of like you know that you're going to miss. So that's not something that I'm teaching players to do. I don't teach you to follow your own shot. You want to stick with that shot, knock it down, and focus on getting back, right? But you know sometimes when it's going off. But just getting back, not to get too far off the track, do not get under a player's feet when they're shooting the ball. Do not box out. That is not the right thing. You want to make sure that they shoot it, keep an eye on them, just in case they do crash, and then you meet them. But we're going to talk about how to meet defenders and funnel them out in the All right, so now let's move forward. We're going to talk about how to meet the defender, right? So you want to meet the defender, but at the same time, you got to know which direction that the player is going to go in, right? So now as the ball goes up on that side and he decides to go right or left, I have to now meet him in order to box out. Now, it's not always a perfect box out with your butt just going straight back like this. I want to teach you how to funnel them out first, right? So now as he's going right, I'm going to take my right arm and my right shoulder and funnel him this way. So start attacking that way. So boom, I'm going to meet him right here with this arm. Now if he goes this way, I'm gonna do the same thing and then start to go outward like that. So you're gonna meet them kind of with your forearm. It'll seem dirty at first, but you'll get used to it, and then people won't wanna crash after a while. So you start, go right, you meet right here, and then you get into the body and box outward, right? And remember, the reason why we box outward towards that way is so that we have room to run to get the rebound. Sometimes the ball will fall short or the ball will go long, but if we start moving them outward, we have room to go too, all right, if that makes any sense. So just remember the little small things just like that. If he goes right, you take your right arm, meet him with your arm first, and then turn out with your body. Then the opposite way, if he goes left, left arm first, and then we box out just like that, all right? Let's move on to the next one. So sometimes we don't have the advantage. Now this is the gray area, right? So I teach you guys, I teach a lot of different things that may not be deemed as legal, but you can always get away with. This is one of them. So sometimes you're dealing with, and he's not 6'11", but sometimes you are dealing with somebody who's 6'11", and you're underneath the basket, the ball's going up, and you kind of see it going up, right? What you want to do is start to, like, you might not be able to just box them out because you're not strong enough. So I learned to jam, right? Come right here. And I'll just start running just like this, running straight out. It's not necessarily legal, but it'll at least allow your teammates enough room to be able to come in and knock down, or get a rebound, I should say. So we want to just take two arms right here, or you can go right here. I try to keep it in tight. A lot of times this person will try to swim around me, try to swim, but I'll just try to like keep going. So like you got to be careful of that. Now try to make it quick. You know, you have to be able to sense this ahead of time. And sometimes it's before the ball even goes in the air, and you kind of get a good feel for when, you know, the shot clock is winding down. You have to be able to get from underneath this basket and be able to funnel outward. If not, they're just gonna reach 6'11", 6'10", will just reach up and just, they don't even barely need to jump. They rebound and just put it back up, all right? But especially for our shorter guards, we gotta be able to move people. And this doesn't just go for short players. It goes for tall players who may be dealing with somebody who outweighs them. So you gotta be able to know the little tricks and all the little tips in order for you to get that rebound, or for your team to get the rebound. Remember, when the other team gets an offensive rebound, that goes against you. It doesn't just go against you, it goes against the whole team, your whole team. So that's another possession for the other team. So you gotta get those possessions up so that you can get more opportunities to score. So we're gonna have Chris shoot a couple shots, and I'll kind of explain things here. So shoot regular. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Go ahead, keep going. Perfect. Keep going. Go. Keep going. Perfect. One more. Okay. Now I want you to shoot a little bit with a little bit less arc.
Less arc?
Yeah, less arc. Okay. One more. A couple more. Okay. Okay. So now I want to talk about what I was just the reason why I had him do that. The higher that he shoots, the softer that the shot is going to be. Normally, when it hits the rim, it'll normally bounce up. So what goes up must come down. Where it goes down, it's going to go up too, right? If it has the right bounce. Now, if the ball is traveling straight, it's going to go back. All right. So just kind of like the opposite effect. So I'm saying this to know you have to kind of know the shooter, right? If you know the shooter, you kind of start guessing where the ball is going to go. So if you have a flatter shot, as you saw, two of the three bounced outside the paint. They went back this way. Now with the shot, obviously he made a few and it was a soft shot, but a couple of them bounced up and landed in the paint. So it's not always perfect, just understand that. But at the same time, as you can start tracing the line of the ball that is traveling along, you can start guessing where the ball is gonna go. So sometimes the ball, if it's traveling straight, a flat shot. So just to wrap things up, one of my favorite quotes is from Charles Barkley. He said, just go get the damn ball. Like people are asking, how do you become like a good rebounder? He said, just go get the damn ball. So at the end of the day, it's a lot about hustle. If you look at Westbrook, good rebounding guard, right? He just hustles. So at the end of the day, are you going to hustle? You look at Patrick Beverly, he's always getting those offensive rebounds. He's finding opportunities to sneak in, chase after the basketball, and get a rebound. So after all the little stuff that we talked about, yes, you want to box out. Yes, you want to learn how to funnel the defense out. Yes, you want to have all these little tricks, but are you going to go hustle and get the rebound? It's up to you. All right. Hope you guys learned from this section. Let's move on to some other things and keep bettering your game. Okay, so now let's go over skill rebounders. So a lot of people give Rudy Gobert a hard time, but he's out there to do a job. Change shots, like while trying to block them, block shots, catch a lot, rebound, and I'm gonna show you why. The basket, funneling them, but pay attention to a lot of different things. Didn't get it right there, the offensive board, but I believe he gets his defensive one. Playing the scouting report, not guarding a non-shooter. But immediately look at this arm right here. So he's meeting the defense. You always hear your coach said, put a body on him, right? Well, he has, like, think about it as your fillers, right? You use your arms to fill the guy. His opponent doesn't even continue to go for the rebound, right? He just kind of backs out, and now Rudy has room to go. Good defense, changes. That's him changing shots, right? He's guarding Moses. Immediately he's look. So as he's the ball rebounder for the most part. So there it is. Look at that right arm. And a lot of times you get those aggressive guys. If you do things right, there's gonna be a foul on them, trying to do a little bit too much. A few more plays. So right there, that's about to go up. Immediately funnels them. So remember we talked about arm and then turning your body into the his way from right. His opponent goes straight up. All right, so he's in help. Now he's going to start. All right, so here's a good one, right? Remember where we have to jam a soft thing. Like you got to be kind of physical down there. Sometimes you get a little bit dirty, right? Now, as he knows the ball's in the air, he's checking right now to see if this guy's going to crash, right? Now he's looking at the ball again and going to. So he sees nobody's crashing. He doesn't have to meet anybody, so he's able to just go for the rebound. Easy. Okay, where is he? Right here, Gobert. Hand right in his chest right away, right? Looney and me Steph, you see he's crashing for a forearm the ball. If you do your job boxing out, then it'll pay. It'll pay off in the end. So now, right now, finds Looney, left arm meets him. Then he starts boxing out. Now he's able to go to the basket. Rebounder. When you bring the ball down, watch how he keeps the ball high. Boom, keeps it high, then makes the pass. So being able to pass, especially. So let's talk about rebounding, right? I'll show you skill second, and then I'll show you not so much skill, which will seem weird because this guy averages a triple-double. Russell Westbrook, not in the help side. He's not even focused on being in the right spot. Then on other times, he's in the right position in help side. And then other times, he's just around the basket in the right spots for him to get a rebound. And a lot of it is just hustle. And sometimes it's not even that much work. So I want to show you ways that Westbrook is getting a triple-double every game. And obviously one of those is rebounding. So I'm on Synergy right now. Let's go into the footage.
Simple basketball, bring it on the left side, give the hot mirror.
Turn this down a little bit. But watch Westbrook. Just in the right spot, right? He's in help side, and this is an easy closeout. Now, I don't know Washington's defensive strategy is for him to stop that. He's kind of in no man's land, but he's just right there to get the rebound, and he swoops in. So we'll watch a few of these. I'll go through it relatively fast. Watch Westbrook, right? His man is out there. He's guarding him. Backdoor. Now look where he is right now. Now, normally easy closeout right there. Thing is, like, not a hand up, but I guess he's playing the scouting report, right? Then he just goes to the rim and gets a rebound, just like that. Easy stuff. We'll move fast through this. Offensive rebound, right? So what I mean by it is it's not necessarily skilled in a sense where he's boxing out and using all the like tips and tricks that we're talking about, but we did talk about hustle and just going to get it, right? This is where it kind of hurts not being a skilled player in terms of boxing out. If he would have boxed out right there, Bridges wouldn't have been able to back tap that. Luckily, they missed it twice, and he's just hanging around the back. And almost happens again, right? He didn't even see this guy closing in on him, but he just gets the rebound, gets fouled. They don't call it. Just little stuff like that, right? Just being in the right positions to fall to the ground. Like, no doubt, guard to get back. Wrong side or help side, because he's not guarding anybody. Like Terry Rozier is being guarded. Some Graham is being